Hello, I haven't recorded a YouTube video in a while. Sorry about that, I'm back and I look slightly different. I've grown my hair back since that point and I've shaved my beard, so I don't look as homeless and I've trimmed about 10 years off my age. In this video, I'm going to be running you through exactly what I used to take my beard from this to this. That was my 3-month transformation. We're basically at 4 months now, but you can't really see much because I've just shaved my beard off. What you can see on my face right now is about 4 or 5 days of growth. Regardless of what progress I've made so far, although my progress has been good, regardless, I'm going to have to use all of these products for about a year. This is the same with you. If you want to grow your beard with Minoxidil, you're going to have to use all of these things on your face for about a year, because after a year, the hairs on your face will turn terminal and you can basically keep your beard gains. It's different with the head. Minoxidil for your head is more hair loss prevention. So if you're someone with a receding hairline, you can start using Minoxidil now. You can also use things like finasteride to prevent your hair loss. Unfortunately, growing back your hair with just Minoxidil and Derma Stamping is going to be very hard. As soon as you stop, that hair will fall out, even if you do it for 5-10 years, which is a little bit different to the beard, because after a year of using these products, you can keep your beard. Now, the reason this happens is because of DHT sensitivity and how sensitive the hair follicles are to DHT. DHT is dihydrotestosterone. Some of your free testosterone will convert into dihydrotestosterone, and it's about how the hair follicles on your head versus your face interact with DHT. See those sexy motherfuckers walking about with a lovely symmetrical beard? Those people, the hair follicles in their face are a lot more sensitive to DHT than you. This could change, this can vary between person to person, so if you've got a patchy beard, that's why. Now, you can completely bypass this with something called Minoxidil. I also like to use a Derma Stamp as well. And on top of that, I also use castor oil. As you saw in the comparison at the start of the video, I've been doing this for basically 4 months now, and that was the 3-month transformation, but yeah, we're basically on 4 months now. And in that time, from shitty patchy beard to less shitty patchy beard. But yeah, the 3 things that I use are Minoxidil, and I use this once in the morning, once at night. This is a 5% foam. I would recommend using the foam over the liquid. You can get a liquid for Minoxidil, but apparently that's a little bit harsher on the skin. I've never used it, but I am prone to acne, or was prone to acne. My skin's got a lot better. So if you're someone who's prone to acne or you have sensitive skin, I'd recommend using the foam. It absorbs into your face a lot nicer as well. I just think it's an all-round better product. So yeah, what for the frequency of this is once in the morning and once at night, just before you go to bed. Same with the castor oil. You want to use this once in the morning, once at night. I'd use the castor oil after you've used the Minoxidil. I usually do it at the end of my skincare routine. So I'll do Minoxidil before all of my skincare. This aids the absorption of Minoxidil. If you've got other stuff on your face and then you put Minoxidil on after, I don't know, maybe it's not going to absorb as well. I just want to get the best absorption out of this. I put it on my skin first thing before my skincare. In terms of skincare, what do I have? Hyaluronic acid, I think that's what it's called, like some sort of cleanser, then a vitamin C serum, and then I also use an SPF in the morning. At the moment, I'm not using castor oil in the morning, I'll only use it at night, but I would recommend, if you're starting this, using castor oil once in the morning, once at night. When it gets to the night time, Minoxidil, other skincare, castor oil, just to like seal it all up. Castor oil is quite thick, and it's quite like sticky, so I like to do it after. And then finally, the Derma Stamp. Now, with the Derma Stamp, I do it twice a week. I use a 0.75mm pin. Some people like to use 0.5mm. I personally use 0.5mm around these bits here, just because they're a little bit more sensitive. For anyone that doesn't know, you can actually adjust this to a desired pin size. I wouldn't go for your beard any more than 1mm. Even that, your face is probably going to bleed a little bit. So I like to use a 0.75. On my cheeks, I use a 0.75. The cheeks hold a little bit more fat compared to this bit here. And also, if you've already got an existing beard, like it can sometimes act as a cushion, so the pins won't get all the way into the skin. Now, you'll see some people use a derma roller. Derma rollers are nowhere near as good as these. Derma rollers go in at an angle because they roll. So if you think about it, when it rolls across your face, if you already have a beard as well, it can rip the hairs out. And also, you don't really know where the pin's gone in and how deep it's gone in. With these, they come in at a straight angle. You know exactly where you've microneedled your face. They are just a lot more accurate. Another thing worth mentioning is systemic absorption. You don't want to systemically absorb Minoxidil. It's okay to systemically absorb castor oil, but not Minoxidil. Now, what I mean by systemic absorption is it getting into your fucking bloodstream, into your body, and to your fucking vital organs. You don't really want Minoxidil to do that. This is a topical foam. Topical meaning it's just applied topically to the face. You don't really want to systemically absorb something that's topical. To avoid systemic absorption, don't use Minoxidil on the days that you microneedle. Again, when you microneedle, that's going to draw blood into the hair follicles. Your face will go a little bit red. If you put Minoxidil straight on after that, more likely to systemically absorb the Minoxidil. I've said systemically absorb about 50 fucking times now, so just don't do that. However, when you do microneedle, which is going to be twice a week, I like to do it every 3 days. You want to give if you're using a 0.75mm, it's going to kind of mash your face up a little bit. It's going to sting. It's very important to give your face time to recover. So you want to do it like every 3 days. If you still don't think it's recovered after 3 days, then wait another day and do it again, right? Over time, you'll condition yourself to that sort of needle size. Everyone has a different type of skin. You might have thinner skin than me, so you might want to use a 0.5mm. Just for anywhere from 0.5 to 0.75mm. You don't need any more or any less than that. You can actually use castor oil on the days that you microneedle. It's okay to systemically absorb castor oil. I like to use it just after I microneedled as well. I feel like it kind of soothes my face a bit. It will sting and it will go red. Using a little bit of castor oil afterwards, if you put it in the fridge as well, it goes nice and cold, it's going to soothe your face nicely. To be honest, it doesn't really hurt. There's a lot of people that are terrified of microneedling for some reason. With all my short form content, I get a lot of comments like, bro, you're fucking your face up. Like, bruv. Ever since I've started microneedling and actually taking care of my skin has got 100 times better. Microneedling is actually a treatment you can go to a dermatologist and get done. They'll do it with an electric derma pen. They'll do thousands of little insertions into your face, basically making micro tears in the skin. And what that process does, it activates your skin's natural healing process, which induces the production of collagen in your skin. Collagen is responsible for the elasticity of your skin. I think that's why my skin has got a lot nicer. I've still got like a few little acne scars here. But my acne, since I'm 22 now, I started getting acne when I was 18. Compared to what it was at like 20 years old, my acne has reduced massively. Even in the last 6 months, it's done really well. Now, obviously I've changed my diet. I only eat whole foods. Also, I don't eat dairy and I actually use skincare. So if you're someone who's struggling with acne and you want to do this, I would recommend, you know, trying to sort your acne out first. Maybe that be with your diet, maybe that be with skincare, but don't just microneedle the fuck out of your face if you've already got spots. That could be a problem. You don't want to be spreading pimples all around your face. I don't really know, I don't think I even have to mention that, but just don't do that. Another very important thing to mention is using minoxidil by itself or using a Derma Stamp by itself is not going to be anywhere near as effective as using both together. Some people will come to me and they say, oh, I don't want to microneedle because it might hurt. I don't want to microneedle, I don't want to mess my skin up. But like, if you can't do both, there's not really much point in doing either, because unless you're doing them for different reasons. In terms of beard growth, then you want to use both together. You're trying to optimize your beard growth, you definitely need to use both together. I have a link down in the description. On my website, there's a little study on there that shows the difference between microneedling and minoxidil together versus just minoxidil. And the results are significantly better, obviously, in the group that used minoxidil and a Derma Stamp. So it's very important to use both if you want to maximize your results. You're going to see a full symmetrical beard. Some people see it in 3 months, some people see it in 6 months, some people see it in a year. Regardless, you're going to have to do it for a year anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Even if you don't see gains in the first month or two, just commit to it, because you're going to have to use it for a year anyway. This is what I say to people, like, oh, I've been microneedling for fucking 1 day and I haven't seen any results. So, bruv, who cares if you see results right now, you know? Like, wait 1-2 months, you're gonna have to do it for a year anyway, otherwise your beard's gonna fall off. So, don't worry if you don't see gains, just delay the gratification and just think about yourself in a year. In a year's time, you're gonna be walking around with a lovely symmetrical beard, looking like fucking Giga Chad, okay? So, don't worry about seeing gains too quickly. Obviously, if it gets to like 6 months, you haven't seen any gains, it might be time to fucking switch something up. Even 3 months, to be honest. If you haven't seen any results whatsoever, like there's no new little hairs, there's no new little black hairs or anything like that, you should probably go and change something. Maybe change your minoxidil, or try and change the frequency of derma stamping, maybe up the needle size a little bit, maybe add some tretinoin in. When it gets to that point, then start to question things. Don't question it after a fucking month. So just stay consistent. Commit to it. I've been doing it for 4 months now. The gains I've seen are great. You can't really see results right now because my fucking face is shaved. But if you have any more questions, you can just comment them down below. I'll be happy to answer. Also, I have a full beard growth guide. Link to that is in the description down below. It's going to give you everything you ever need to know about growing a beard. It also gives you a nice timetable and a nice plan for when you need to do each thing. And also links to all the products that I use, things like that. I'm not sponsored by any of them, it's just there for pure convenience of the reader. That's about it. Sorry I haven't uploaded in fucking ages. I'm gonna get back on these videos. Peace!